Shuttlecultist here, and welcome to a Genshin Impact tutorial video. And in this tutorial video, I'll show you how to defeat the ELECTRO HYPOSTASIS, a boss in Genshin Impact.
Oh boy, I'm so ready to defeat the ELECTRO HYPOSTASIS. I'm gonna be so strong when I beat him.
Hold on there, bucko. Hang on a moment. There are some things you need to know before you can even attempt to fight the ELECTRO HYPOSTASIS. The first thing that we must know if we want to fight the ELECTRO HYPOSTASIS is, well, where he is. So, his location on the map, or its location I should say, is literally right here. If we zoom in here, you'll see here's the little icon of the boss. So this little structure right here on this little island, or not island, cutoff, whatever, it is right here. Now, if you've beat him before, not him, it, good gosh, if you've beat it before, you'll get a little icon so you can locate it easier. But for those of you that have not actually fought this boss yet, he'll be right here, in between Cape Oath and Dadapua Gorge. The second thing we must know when it comes to fighting this boss is, what food do you have? As you can see here, I do not have a lot of healing food, which can be, you can tell it's a healing food by the little icon on the top left of the item. If it has the little health symbol, then it is a healing food. Food I really recommend you cook is Sweet Madame. Reason why is that it will heal you a lot of health, and it is pretty easy to make. All you need is fowl and sweet flowers, which I can show you how to find. To obtain fowl is to be at this little river area by Windrise, by the giant tree, because there are a lot of ducks here and birds that will drop fowl. These ones that I'm aiming at right now will drop 2 fowl upon death. I do have a little drift, so my aim will be a little bit off. Obviously the other bird will fly away, but as you'll see, more of them birds will just fly back in. Ah, crap. Like that. But you get what I mean. Okay, I guess my aim is just crap right now. And even if all the big birds fly away, you have a ton of these ducks that you can just hunt. Then they will also drop fowl. So, yeah. This place is really good to obtain fowl. Fowl is if you set a character to go on an expedition in Windrise. To do this, simply hover over the Windrise location and press cross to select a character. Now, you can select any character that you have. Now, certain characters will get special effects or advantages for expeditions. For example, Fischl here, when dispatched on an expedition to Mondstadt, time consumed is reduced by 25%. Any character that has a special effect or advantage for expeditions, make sure you use them. Make sure to use them. They'll always be located on the top of the list, while the characters with no bonus will be at the bottom, but below the ones with the bonus. So just select the character, and then boom, they'll go exploring. Now, if you don't want to send them there, you can press cross again to recall them, and you can also use R2 and L2 to increase the amount of time for the expedition. It'll take longer, but you'll get more stuff. So yeah, that's one way to obtain fowl. To be honest, I can't really help you with that one. My advice is just to kind of explore around the world, and you'll pretty much find them just as you go. So that's a mushroom. Just be looking for like little blings, little flashes of light, and then approach it, and then you might see if it's a sweet flower. You pretty much will find them everywhere around the world. They don't spawn in just one specific spot. You might have better luck of finding. Yeah, I can see. I think I see one. Like, yeah, that's one right there. There's one right there. You just kind of find them as you're exploring. You might find them more often in Leeway, but I do not really know that for sure. But yeah, if you want to just look for sweet flowers, just kind of go exploring. You'll eventually find a couple in one spot, then go look at for them another spot. Yep, there's another one right there. Yeah, that's the advice I have. When you want to cook the food that you want to cook, hover over it and press the cross button. Now you'll be taken to this screen. So in the middle we can see the quantity, which is the amount that we want to cook. And then on the left it'll show the dish that we're cooking and the ingredients we're going to use. On the right we can see the character that will be cooking the food. Now this is important. It is important to know what character you use. Excuse my stuttering. Press square to select the character and it'll take you to this. Doesn't this look familiar? It does. That's because this is just like the character selection for expeditions. So it'll show you the list of characters. It'll tell you which ones have a bonus. If it has a bonus, select it. And then you select the quantity that you want to cook. Let's cook about 3. Press triangle to cook it. And boom, we get our 3 sweet madames. Now, if this is your first time cooking this food, you will not be able to cook in a quantity, because first you'll have to get the proficiency. As you can see below the 2 stars in the picture of sweet madame, you can see proficiency is 10 out of 10, which so because it's full, I will always cook the delicious version of a food, which is just like the food but it will restore more stats. So to demonstrate what it's like to cook without full proficiency, I'll cook let's say we'll do more meat. So it'll take you to this. It looks very similar, but we can see that the quantity has been replaced with proficiency. So you can still select the character and the character will still get the benefits. So when you cook it, you'll be greeted with a skill check. It's kind of like a skill check from Dead by Daylight. So when the fork or spoon or whatever, it'll be moving from the left to the right. When it hovers over the orange part of the bar, that's when you press cross, and then if you do it in the orange, it'll be perfect, which means you'll obtain the delicious version of the food. Do that enough times and your proficiency will be full, so you can just cook as much food as you want. Fairly simple. Before you fight the bosses, your party setup. Your party setup is also very important for certain bosses and enemies. You don't just want to go in with random characters. Only either the foolish or the really strong people that are like level 500 or something would ever do this. So you want to know what characters you need to fight the boss with. So the Electro Hypostasis boss is an electric elemental boss. So because of this, we don't need 2 electro elemental characters. So we can remove Fischl and let's replace her with Sucrose. Now I'm still going to keep Razor because although he's an he deals electro type damage, elemental damage, he also deals really high physical damage. So that's why I'll keep him in. Plus the boss deals electro damage, so and Razor's ability can make him take less damage from that. And basically you're gonna want physical damage and elemental damage. So for my loadout, I'm picking Razor for the physical, and then Traveler, Sucrose, and Kaya for the elemental damage. Characters are healed up and you're ready for the fight. Simply walk towards the boss to begin the fight. And the fight is on. Now, how do you dodge his attacks and what does he do? Well, let's go over that. So, one thing to note. After most attacks that the electro hypostasis does, he enters a rest state. Basically, this is your only chance that you have to attack him. He has many attacks that he'll try to, well, kill you with. However, do note that not every attack will put him in the rest state. Only certain ones will. So, what are his attacks? Well, simple. Here is his rock, paper, scissors, which he'll try to punch you, then he'll try to cut you, then he'll try to slam you to the ground. It's actually fairly simple to dodge. It looks hard to dodge, but it's actually more simple than it looks. All you really have to do to dodge that one is just move in a circle. Here's a fun one. This is his laser attack. Basically, he'll make this little ring around himself. It won't damage you. And he'll make his little cube spin around him. And 4 of them will shoot lasers. The other 4 won't. That's his drill attack. Basically, he'll do that and he'll try to charge at you. He'll follow that up with an attack where he'll throw his cubes at you. Then he'll enter rest mode, so beat him. As you'll see, I only really need physical damage for this first part. So yeah, and yeah, his rock, paper, scissors, he'll even outline where he'll hit for you. So it's another indicator to dodge. The first fight may seem tough, but honestly, the more you fight him, the easier it becomes. This is probably one of his harder attacks to dodge. 1, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and 2, because of lag. Because there's a bunch of stuff rendering in, so it can cause lag. Basically, he'll make these little cubes scatter across the floor, and if you touch them, they'll deal damage to you. But your best way to dodge it is to just kind of move back and forth. You may be able to even jump over it, though I've never really tried that. Ooh, here's a fun one. This one, he'll put a ring around you, and if you're in anything inside the ring, he'll try to strike with lightning. However, if you're quick enough, you can outrun it and not get trapped in the ring. Sometimes he'll even stay outside the ring, which means you can hit him for a lot of damage. There's his drill attack again. Doesn't deal too much damage, but yet I'm also playing Razor, and Razor is also a tank with 9,000 health, only at level 40. Here's his rock, paper, scissors. So your main enemy in this boss fight, for some reason he ended that quickly, that rock, paper, scissors move. If he hits you with the rock, paper, scissors move, he'll instantly stop the attack. Though for some reason he thought he hit me, which he didn't. Oh yeah, the laser attack, more about it. So 4 of the cubes will shoot lasers, and the other 4 won't. He'll create this ring around himself that won't damage you. However, don't stay inside it for too long, because he'll slam his cubes back in, and that will damage you. As you can see, when he has his cubes around him, I can't hurt him at all. Ooh, yeah, don't get hit by his drill attack too much, otherwise it can do actually quite a bit of damage. And when he gets to too low of health, he'll do this special thing. Well, he'll stay in the air like that, and you can't damage him, and he'll make these little cubes around him, or these little whatever shapes these are. Basically, you cannot damage these with electric or physical. You need elemental damage to damage them, and you want to break him as fast as possible. If you don't break him fast enough, he'll gain health back. Now, it's not really possible to break all 3 at once. However, if you do destroy them, they will not respawn. So basically, this is really more of an endurance battle than a battle against the boss. Ooh, yeah, that attack. That's his clapping attack. Basically, he'll just try to clap you. Just move away from him, and you'll dodge it. Again, he thought he hit me, but he didn't. I don't know why. Or maybe it's just, maybe the fist is just its own attack. Oh well, it's easy to dodge. Alright, so he's about to do the cube thing again. You can use Kaya's alts wherever they are. There they are. You can use Traveler's alt. So, yep. Now that little shape will be the only one left. And, of course, if you get too low on health, make sure you heal. Just go to inventory, go to the food icon, heal. Now be aware of how full your characters are. If your characters are full, you cannot feed them any more food. Also, it's a good idea to eat any attacking food, or defense food, or endurance food. Just anyone that can buff you, because it can help. I didn't use it because I fought this boss plenty of times. Normally I do better than this. I don't even get hit a lot. But we can't be the best of the best. So I'm just gonna speed this up now, because this is pretty much everything about the boss. So yeah, time lapse. And the boss has been defeated. That was probably the shortest time lapse ever. When you defeat the boss, this trounce blossom will spawn. Now, to open it, you need not a key, but you need original resin. Your original resin, you can buy 60 of it with 50 primo gems, but they replenish by themselves just over time, so you don't really need to buy them. So, upon opening it, it'll spend 40. And then you'll get a bunch of stuff. You'll get lightning prisms, exile circlet, a lot of pretty good stuff. Be aware though, if you stay here for too long, the boss might respawn, so it might be a good idea to leave the premise when you're done. Don't go AFK here. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, then please hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new to this channel. Leave a comment telling me what method you use to defeat this boss. Maybe I'll try it out for myself. Or maybe if you have any information, like maybe if sweet flowers do spawn in certain locations or whatnot, because I don't know 100% everything about this game. I'm just using the knowledge that I know. Anyways, yeah, share this video with anyone that might be struggling or want to know about this boss. And yeah, and of course hit the little bell ding 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 down below to be notified by new uploads. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. And my fellow cult, I'll see you later.